Okay. I was in the middle of making a video and somebody called me. And I know how distractions work. But I wasn't really talking about much. I was talking about that Balboats uh, basket. And that something powerful is going to happen for humanity. And it's very unusual the stuff that I've been through. You know, people that don't know me, they'll believe me and say, "Wow." Folks that know me, they gonna say that nigga crazy. But shoot, man, I had visions, everything. I did the 8-8 Lionsgate portal. It's coming up again. I had a video to pop up on the way home that was telling me about the Lionsgate portal being a culmination for some things. And then some stuff popped up about that Balboats basket today. So I looked into it, and it's saying that society will change. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff about you need to talk. You need to tell people show people who you are. That you have an effect on people. That you have an effect on people. And I do. I do have an effect on people. I see that. But another video popped up on the way home. It just freaked me out. A video was playing because I jumped in my car leaving work. I said, let me listen to me a video on this drive home. I got to drive 45 minutes. So I get me a little video that's an hour long, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be at home before I know it. But I was listening to this lady, and that video stopped. And another video started, and it said, Chosen One. It said that basically God waiting on you to speak. You said you would do it, and God waiting on you. And it freaked me out. I'm like, that it just stopped a video, and another video started playing. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, how would it be to be in front of the whole world, just being yourself? And today on the way home, I kind of cringed at it. I'm like, you know, but now I don't know what happened, but now I'm not really concerned about what nobody think about things. But like I said, I've been having visions, uh, powerful visions, and now I'm having dreams. Uh, but it's time to talk about it, and I know I'm thinking about my family. They ain't gonna say this nigga done lost his mind. But then those that have ears to hear and can hear me, they will hear me. And you know, judge not lest ye be judged. But I think I'm about ready to start talking. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is God. Uh, Jesus said, he said, God is a spirit, and we should worship him in spirit and in truth. And for some reason, y'all, I heard that back when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I always looked at what Jesus said God was, a spirit. And, you know, but religion had me so confused. With all these rules and doctrines and all the rest of this stuff. But when Jesus said God's a spirit, and we should worship him in spirit and truth. He also said that, if a man look on a woman and lust after he committed adultery, he broke one of the laws. If a man hate his brother, that he broke one of the laws, that's equivalent to murder, to hate your brother. I'm like, Lord, shoot, we messed up then. But then I also read where Jesus said, he said, in my Father's house, there are many mansions. That means there's many things to believe in. There's many places in your imagination that you can be. But Jesus said, I'm going to go make a place for y'all, that y'all can dwell in this place and be on one accord under my name. And I'm going to go give my blood for it. Because God told me to be that sacrifice, to be that sacrificial lamb. And he did it. And without Jesus, ain't no telling what we would be believing right now. So many different things. You got people that worship cows. You got people that worship places. You got people that worship things. You got plenty of people that worship money. If it wasn't for Jesus with his message of love, what would we be worshiping right now? And a lot of us worship what we know not, like Jesus said. But Jesus made a place where we could worship, and worship in spirit and worship in truth. That the man gave his blood for this place for us. That we can commune with God, the Father, which Jesus called the Father, which is a spirit. And when I look at nature, I know I need to clean up, forget y'all. When I look at nature, looking at my plant growth, I put 2 little seeds in my flower pot, and those little seeds sprouted up. This is one of the things I went through, y'all. I was going through a lot of stuff. I put 2 little seeds and they popped up. They figured they were too close to each other, so one of them fell over like this, and it started growing that way. I came in and every day looking at them, you know what I'm saying? I would sit here in this spot and meditate and look at those plants and just let the spirit talk to me. And one of the plants tried to grow up like this, and the other one ran over and went into the little dark area of close to the wall, so it started trying to go up over here. But it had to do so much until it didn't have enough light energy in the room. You know what I'm saying? Plants need light for energy. So it started dying out, and the one that was growing straight up, it said, ain't no light in here, so it died out. And I was looking, I'm like, that plant actually had sense enough to know it was planted too close, so it fell over. You can say coincidence or not, but I saw it grow, and it grew to something, and it turned and went around it, and went to the back, to the dark area. And then when it got to the dark area, it decided to try to grow up, go straight up. And I was like, wow. And like I said, I was connected with my angels or spirit guys, whoever. They could talk to me just as plain. And it said that, look at how much. What makes us special is we can make choices. What makes a human special is that we can make choices. And we're conscious of our choices. And that the ability to make a choice is a power that's given to us by God. And God is a power. God is a spirit. So just by us being able to function, we functioning in the spirit, and we functioning with his power. And this spirit told me, he said, that plant you just saw the power of God, uh, with the decisions that that plant had to make. That plant don't have eyes. That plant can't see nothing. But that plant chose, because he was growing too close to something, that he had to turn, and he turned. And the other one decided he was going to try to go straight up. You can just say coincidence if you want to. I sit here and watch the turns every day. And God said, we got that power in us. He said, and to humble your power to me, to do the things that I tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? Which Jesus told us. He said, if you look on a woman, you lust after a woman, you guilty, you mad at your brother, you want to kill somebody, you guilty. He said, I go make a place for you where all of that is, God won't even count it to you if you follow me. So that's what I did. I decided to follow Jesus. I saw that back then. And I've been operating all this time thinking everybody was like this, that everybody saw that. All the way up to my 50s, y'all. I'm thinking everybody is for real about trying to be good people. And I did not know that some of the closest people to me was the worst people to be around. Yeah, but that Spirit of God, once I really saw that going on, and I opened up to listen to what the Spirit that was always right and always trying to tell me stuff and always trying to guide me, and I started listening to it, you know, and it led me to different things. It led me to that Lionsgate, and I did that Lionsgate portal thing, and something started happening. I mean, I got incoherent with people around here. And I really couldn't stand to be around people because I see straight through folks. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have enough sense. I was telling people what I saw. And went through all kinds of trials and tribulations, and now here I am today. Like I said, it's bold. I don't know if it's culminating to me to speak out, but I'm definitely not afraid to speak out now. And I got a lot of information, a lot. And I'm gonna post this video. And God told me one time, he said, have people to ask, what question would you ask God? And he told me to answer it from the God I know perspective. And I have that power to put myself in anybody's shoes. You know what I'm saying? And I know God and I see God, and I put myself in God's shoes to know how he worked, because he didn't show me. So, you know, I believe you would get a good answer from me. And it is time for a change. And I listened to just a few videos on that Balboats bowl. It said it was saying that something about 20 years after, the world would be different. And that's about the time your children at about 20 will start having their little generation after them. And those people that hear me now, the newborns that's got a chance to know that God is the Spirit, that you don't have to go to a church to worship God, you know what I'm saying, that you can live your life and be free, that he made us to be free, he set us free. And you know, however you want to live your life, it's your life. God gave it to you. Can't nobody rule and regulate over that but God. And the way to stay right with God is to stay right with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Yeah, We got people that lie to themselves every day. I shake my head. They rather make it look like it's something wrong with you than to look at themselves. And that's the kind of family I grew up around. But I see all of that now. I'm not worried about it because it's going to be okay. But I'm ready to speak now. Let me look at this video and see if I can post it.